I bought land. A lot of it. And I'm sitting on it right now. And over there, that's my view.
But wait, I know this is big news. Today, I'm gonna show you my property. I'll tell you all about it, including the location, the size, all the challenges ahead, and my plans for it. But for now, let's just quickly jump back in time. I was born in a small town in Poland. But at the age of 12, my mum and I moved to the United Kingdom in search of a better life. And out there, we were suddenly Eastern European immigrants. And because of that low-key prejudice that came with this fact, I often felt like I was inferior to everyone else at school and in college. So I started to hold a grudge against Poland, against my own culture. I told myself that I would never move back to grey old Poland if I could make a life anywhere else in the world. Fast forward a few years, I started traveling full-time and eventually fell in love with the US. I started looking for a property there, realized it's too expensive, so I went back to Europe, moved to Italy with a boyfriend, then we broke up, so I moved out, and I just kept thinking, where the hell am I finally going to get that sense of home that I so crave and desire? I guess I just didn't think it was always right there in front of me. Hey, I'm about to become a landowner. I can't believe it. I'm about to go buy land to live on. In an hour and a half, I will be the owner of my land. That feels so absurd to say. This is going to be my neighborhood. This isn't the house I'm going to live in, but I'll show you my neighborhood. My neighborhood to be in an hour and a half. So, this is just a little hut I'm staying in, but this is going to be my neighborhood. I'm buying land out here in the mountains. Is this actually going to happen? I don't know. I feel like it's not going. I feel like something's going to happen on the way and I'm not going to sign the contract and I'm not going to become a landowner. I swear. Oh my God. Vic, we're going to have a home. You happy? He has no clue what's going on. So this has actually been a really long time coming. I started looking into buying some land here with my friends Kasia and Leszek about 3 years ago. Now, mind you, I didn't actually expect to live here ever. I thought that I would just have a little plot of land and I would be able to come out here to the Polish mountains and enjoy it. I didn't think that I would make this my full-time home because I was like, I'm going to go live in the US, I'm going to go live in Italy, I'm going to go live in wherever else, you know. I did not consider Poland ever to be the potential place to call home. Ever. And yet here we are. So it's happening. Part of the reason why I never seriously considered Poland for a home base is because I never thought much of it, honestly. I figured that other places were more beautiful and had better weather, and that's probably true. But over the years, that initial grudge I felt against Poland faded away. And instead, I felt like the motherland started calling me again. Okay, I'm here. I'm just in front of the notary's office. And this is it. It's about to happen. You know, it's a big decision and it's a pretty big investment. So I definitely feel like, yeah, I'm getting cold feet, obviously. I am getting cold feet. Like, is this the right decision to make? Am I making a mistake? Is this too big? Can I commit? I don't know. Can I commit? You know, one of the advantages of traveling full time is that you never have to commit to anything, ever. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay. Let's do it. I did it. I signed the documents. But there's one problem.
I have to wait 2 months before the land actually becomes mine, because it's a plot of land that's like really, you know, high up in the mountains. It's pretty wild. It's forested. So I have to wait for like a special permission from the Polish government. It's complicated, and it means I can't move in just yet. It's not mine yet. I paid for it, but it's not mine just yet. 2 more months.
Over the course of several long months, I had to go through this process a few times. And the reason is that I actually ended up buying a few separate plots from a few separate owners, all of which connected with that one small original plot I got a couple of years back. I know it's a little bit complicated, but I couldn't share the process with you because it was all very much up in the air for a long time. But finally, I can talk about it. So, welcome to Project Hideaway, my own nest in the Carpathian Mountains.
I mean, this view is pretty incredible.
Okay, so let's start with the location. This is the very southern tip of Poland, just a few miles away in a straight line from the border with Slovakia. From my property, I can see the snow-capped peaks of the High Tatras, the tallest mountains in the region. And this whole mountain range is called the Carpathians. The Carpathians stretch across much of Eastern Europe, connecting Czechia in the northwest to Ukraine in the east and Romania in the south. To me, these mountains hold a very special significance. I've experienced their magic in several different countries. These are ancient mountains, bursting with myths and legends, home to magical creatures, wolves and bears and lynx, witches and warriors. To me, this is the most mystical mountain range in the entire world, with an ancient energy that's hard to describe in words.
This has been such a long time in the making. I'm so relieved that all the paperwork has come through and that this is finally mine. Guess what I found just before I pressed record? This is wild mint. It smells so good. Oh my god. But you know what the craziest thing is? 3 years ago, I came here for the first time, and I wasn't planning on buying any land back then. And I just remember walking past this meadow and thinking, wow, I would really love to live here one day. I had no idea I would be buying any of this. I had no idea. It's magic. It's magic.
It's true. If you've been here long enough, you might know that I've been coming to this region for a while, thanks to my friends who run a small guest house here called Górna Chata. I don't know if I believe in manifestation, but the universe definitely works in mysterious ways.
I think I'm gonna grab some mint and make tea. So I bought a piece of land nearby about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, for the very first time. I didn't think that I would be building anything on it necessarily. I just, you know, it was like not a bad price and a really beautiful location, and I thought, okay, let's just get it. I can come camping here or whatever, you know? So I honestly didn't think, I never thought that I would ever live in Poland. Like, I moved out of Poland when I was 12, and I never thought I'd come back. As you may remember, I wanted to live in the US and in so many other places. Whee! But somehow, the Carpathian Mountains just kept calling me back. And everything just kept falling in place so perfectly. I just really felt deep in my heart that that was the right decision to make. And I still feel that way. So that's how I ended up back in Poland. I've come back full circle. And you know, I think like a lot of you might associate Poland with, I don't know, communism, a lot of other dark events in history. I want to show you how beautiful it is here. Yeah. Mountain life in the Carpathians. The most mystical of all mountain ranges, I think.
So here's a few cold hard facts. This property is about 14 acres in total. It is very wild and undeveloped. There is no power, no well, no sewage, no road, no amenities of any kind. Those are some of the challenges I'll need to face pretty soon.
Oh my god, wild blueberries! Get off, out! Don't kill my blueberries! So apparently this here is my blueberry garden. Check this out! Little wild strawberries. Oh my god, this is paradise. I don't know how this is gonna sound, but I feel like the land is just welcoming me with all these beautiful gifts. And I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. So excited to make this my home.
There is a wooden structure on the property, which I will talk about in a future video, but let me just say that it does have some potential. But it's definitely gonna be hard. I'm completely new to this, and with projects like this, the learning curve is always really steep. But you know what? It just feels right to be here right now.
And maybe that's because, in a way, I know that I'm coming home. You know, Eastern European blood runs through my veins. My family has lived in the East for countless generations, and we've always been close to the mountains. So I know that even though I find it really weird that we can own pieces of the earth, I know that I'll be a really good steward for this piece of land. And I know that I'll treat it with respect and take good care of it for as long as I can. And my plans? Well, over the next couple of months, I hope that you're going to come along with me on this new adventure in the Carpathian Mountains as I try and slowly move onto my property. And yes, I know there is no house or anything like that, so that's going to be a really interesting journey. And next season, who knows? I might set off again and travel somewhere new, but I guess time will tell. For now, my top priority is to actually experience the property on a deeper level. I've never spent a night there. I've never spent more than a couple of hours there. So I want to go and do that next week. So I hope to see you there. I guess this was my big news. It is really big news. Oh my god. This is so wild. This is so wild.